Hello everyone, welcome back to the GRA Racing Podcast, where any GRA news happens, you will hear it here first, as we have a brand new setup here for the podcast. We're going to be having some people show up during the week, show up after today. But today we'll be talking about some lemon development racing news and some other news that are swirling around in this interface. So let's get going. As we have Connor coming back to the Cup Series after a long time away, he has really proven himself worthy of this switch, mostly because Hellhound has moved back to Lemon Development Racing to race in his famous 71 Toyota Camry. But LDR will be looking different this week at North Wilkesboro due to Carolfia breaking the contract rule with Toyota and switching to Chevrolet next season with new fonts and whatnot. And everything will be staying the same at the Lemon Development Racing complex or the warehouse. Only things that will be changing will be new building will be built, probably starting during the season 12 off season. And a new training simulator will be built as well for all of his drivers to Perel inside the Cup Series, inside the I don't know how to say it, the Adihos Cup Series. I said that so badly, but hopefully at the end of that time frame that we have, LDR will be probably the top 3 teams of GRA, as Flat Dog Motorsports has not really proven much inside of the season so far, due to the single driver of Dino, who is a part-time driver for Flat Dog Motorsports, who, if you don't know, that GRA has a rule for part-time drivers. They must be inside of qualifying and do a qualifying lap to actually be into the race. And some other news for Lemon Development Racing. There will be new schemes for the Chevrolet camp. We'll be doing some sort of a play on track on garage in real life, who is Carl Wolfia's favorite truck series team, known the man, inside this interface, I guess. But Carl Wolfia and his teammate of Hellhound, they are a powerhouse to be reckoned with on the racetrack. Carl Wolfia is good with the strategy plays and good with working with his teammate of Hellhound. And Carolfia is looking for retirement in 3 seasons or so, but he will be trying his best to win for his team. He almost got the win at Sonoma, choked it right coming to the white, and gave the win to Sam. He did finish second still in that race, which is pretty damn good, but still, that pain will be with him for the longest time, being so close, but yet so far to winning in his own equipment finally. But a lot of times Cloverfield races over his head a lot of the time. Um, but hopefully, as this season progresses, he gets more confident with his moves, and hopefully that translate into him getting wins. Um, he also almost won at Nashville in his own equipment as well in the Xfinity series, or the Kiko series. Um, but he uh, forced Rex below the line, coming to the line on the white flag, which gave Rex the win and booted Carwolfield all the way down to the last driver on the lead lap. But hopefully at the end of the season, Carwolfield will have one win for his team. There's a lot of good tracks coming up that he can prevail at. I cannot speak today. Pardon me. Hopefully he could either win at both the All-Star and the Charlotte race, the main race. That's what at least his hopes are for. Because he is the last season's winner of that. No, Hellhound's the last winner of that. Cloverfield won in season 10, I'm pretty sure, if I look back. But hopefully, as time prevails around the circuit, around GRA tracks across the world for Cloverfield, going from Toronto, Ontario, all the way around the world, across America, actually almost does a lot of money going into that process, flying to place, but he's been doing pretty well for himself, and he did lose $1.5 million doing from the Toyota contract thingamajig. They gave Cloverfield $3 million at the beginning of the season, and now as we look on my MacBook over here, he has now 659,566, which is not a lot going into season 13. Hopefully he has enough time to build all of his money back up just for the off season, where he can relax and sit down, talk with Hellhound, and hopefully by that time he can prevail as a team owner, prevail as a driver, get better at his anger, get better at his capability to drive his car around the racetrack. But I'm excited for the next time when we go to Sonoma, because Carwolfield can be really good on that racetrack. For some odd reason, he's a very quiet road course winner. He's almost like AJ Allmendinger, but a little bit worse at racing around the ovals. But he can get it done at non-points races, but never actually point races, which he wants to win at, so he can actually know that he will make the war on points this season. He knew if he did not make any mistakes, any arguments, no point penalties would be made towards him or his team as to last season. And hopefully, as time goes on, he can prove himself the worth that he thinks he deserves, which I feel like he deserves a lot of credit for what he has done and all of his triumphs and all of his failures have come to this. He is the winner of the closest finish in GRA history, but he has not won since then, and that was in an Atlantic racing car. But the win before that was in the JVI, won Roxy Energy scheme, and he won it in a sort of photo finish fashion as well. He can really get it done in a photo finish, but can never get it done when he's been dominant or just makes a good final few laps dash for the win, basically. But I think this would be it for the podcast for now. Thanks for tuning in. But tune in next time when I'm talking with Hellhound on his thoughts and feelings about coming back to LDR. Well, thank you for joining. Have a good rest of your nights, or days, or whatever evening and whatever time zone you're in. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.